What's going on? Back played in again. What's your boy the Prophet? So check me out, man. So today we got our 1,000-year Blood War tier list. Feel me? I know a lot of y'all been waiting for it. It's been highly requested. A lot of you guys been asking me. Instead of just doing a top 10, I wanted to do a tier list. We're gonna be a lot more comprehensive. No, there's not like gameplay, which is an aspect of like top tens. But we're doing a tier list, so I'm just expecting everybody to know some of the nuances, and if not, I'll explain as best as I can why who's here. Um, but yeah, so we'll go ahead and get into it. So kind of to start it out, okay. So I'm not gonna go over every single choice in the list, but I will just highlight probably like the first and the last. First of all, the first in D rank, I do have Manga Eisen, or excuse me, Manga Byakuya, because he does have Havoc, a 1200 radius, third strong attack, and he does have better magnification on his normal attack and a way better nastring than Eisen. Manga Eisen, his first just pushes enemies back, and then his second, it just gathers them in, and his third, unless his charge has very very small range. Um, I mean, if you charge it once, I believe it goes up to the. Oh, if it has two levels of charge, it goes up to 900 radius. But yeah, it's just yeah. So obviously, Aizen's better than Little Girl Yachiru, and you have Bach. But in my personal opinion, Byakuya gets it over him. Then you got Kisuke and Banken in C tier. You know, Banken does have he has all melee collision. So does Kisuke. They both have a full screen third strong attack, no status elements. However, I would say Banken has a better first and maybe second strong attack, depending on how you go. But he's an absolute turtle, and he has a sad link. So um, he's just so slow. Kisuke has that ability where when he kills you, he can revive fallen enemies or fallen allies. Excuse me. And Kisuke has more overall usefulness in the game with his utility. B rank. So the thing here, holding down B rank, the best character in B rank is Mangarukia. Mangarukia has a great first and a great third, debilitating, freeze on everything. The main things that hold her back are the fact that her second strong attack is one of the worst is one of the worst melee collision attacks you can have. It's like a two-stage suction. Technically, it's like three stages because she can get hit out the last stage. It's like a three-stage suction vortex where the radius is it's like 670 radius, but it pulls them in and then does damage, and then it kind of like it hits in two phases at the end. But she has negative immunity frames, which means that she can actually get hit out of her strong attack while she still has mobs and haven't been hit for the full damage yet. So that's why, yeah, I mean, that's her second strong attack, and she does have a strong attack damage link that holds her back compared to like Orihime. And then you got Sajin and Chushikai Ichigo, both just clearing content for PvE. And those two are pretty much the same. Sajin is a little bit better because his attribute, he's a mind attribute, which is neutral, and he's melee. There's not nearly as much melee guard as there is range guard. And then Orihime, her first is just her first strong attack is the same as Kisuke's second strong attack. It's just really bad. Split magnification, she does have Havoc. Um, yeah, range collision first strong attack is just never good. Um, actually, yeah, 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 yeah. Her third's good. She does have Berserker, healer with her heal, and recharge with the barrier. So she does have a lot of utility. Mind you, guys, this is 1,000-year blower. Like all these characters are gonna be pretty good, except for like the D tier and let's just say D tier. All right, so all these characters are going to be pretty good. Okay, then A tier we got Yoruichi, and then basically the rest of them are all flurry characters. Now, Hikifune does have a boost and a heal. The she I almost you'd almost want to put, well, her utility is a lot higher. Let's just be real. Um, that's just pretty much it. So that is that. We'll go ahead and bring it down one more tier so we can see the S tier. Rounding it off as the best unit in S tier, I have a zombie Toshiro, two lunge strong attacks, so he's always going to be moving forward, and his ranges on paper are going to be more deceptive because even though his first is a 475 and the second is a 675, he moves forward. So it's not just a stagnant 675. You know what I'm saying? So he's moving forward with his first two strong attacks. Then his third is a 970 lunge or 970 AOE distant, which is, in my opinion, one of the best third strong attacks in the game. If placed right, can be much more devastating than a standard full screen third strong attack. It does take a little bit of placing though. He does have poise, freeze as well, and 20% berserker. My Yuri has a 20% berserker as well, and all status immunity. My Yuri will probably be over Toshiro if my Yuri actually had a better third strong attack. He has kind of one of the worst. I mean, he don't have a full screen third, and it's not like a distant AoE. Like, it's 900 radius. Like, you gotta, not only do you gotta, the mobs have to be all surrounding you to get the best out of it, but he doesn't have as much range as like on his third as like 90% of the characters in the meta, up to this point. But no, the character has all status immunities. He does have what I like to call a demigod kit, which is a lunge first strong attack, and then a beam second strong attack, which is a 725 beam, 725 width, and 2500 length. So 2.5 full screens down. My Yuri does have a very, very great second strong attack. Better second strong attack than True Bankai Ichigo, who True Bankai Ichigo has to heal. He basically has to throw out his second strong attack in order to get boosted damage at 20% mag, essentially, with his boost, of course. So he's going to hit a little bit harder, but he does have to give away that second strong attack. And my Yuri and Toshiro don't have to give away anything. All their strong attacks help them either move forward with melee collision and just blitz enemies, or beam through with great range. Thousand Blower Renji, he has Havoc and a charge attack, so he has a 1080 radius charge attack, which is one of the best in the game. He has double magnifications on the charge, like all the guys, but he has one of the best ranges on the charge attack. More range on his charge attack than Manga Aizen has after charging his attack for 26 seconds, which makes no sense. Bankai Shunsui Kyoraku, he has Havoc, 20% strong attack damage. Yeah, 20% strong attack damage. 20% Havoc is what I was thinking about saying. So it's 30 to 1200 radius. One of the best lunges in the game. And his second strong attack lends itself to be more of a boss killer move. While it is range collision, does hit like a truck, if you can place it right, and it is geared for bosses, mainly. Now, this soy phone is kind of interesting because she is a she is a flurry character. However, she's a melee character with an Arankar killer, which means in the niche you're going to be using her. You shouldn't be using this soy phone unless you have if they're not Arankars and they're not mine. You know what I'm saying? Now, Rankar killers that are different attribute, okay, but still, but against her attribute, against her killer is what I meant to say. She does not need. She basically has guard break. There are no melee guard Arankars in the game. None. Like, none. So she literally just cuts through them like butter. Like, she can clear not as fast as a SAR character that's like S tier, but almost as close. Like, before Tokinata and like Guard Break, Oetsu came out, she was like the best NAD character for clear time. Okay, so With that being said, we'll get into our final rank, which is S plus. Which is S plus, and what bam! Alright, so this is where you really get the fire. It's where you get the drip, the heat, the sauce, you know what I'm saying? You got the homeboy, the hot spring demon, Tenjiro Kirinji, technically is the best Thousand Blower character as far as PvE clearing, in my opinion. Havoc, so he had the best third strong deck in the game. I mean, 1170 distant radius with melee collision is just nutty. The only people that have this strong attack exactly how he does are himself and Mine Koga, and we all know Mine Koga has a disgusting third strong attack. So glad that Kirinji has that third strong attack. This character, like, honestly, y'all, and you're gonna see this in I'm gonna have a couple videos. I'm gonna have a 1,000 Blood War tier list, and then I'm gonna have a 1,000 Blood War and Cape Fearon World mixed together tier list, so you can see who comes out on top, 1,000 Blood War or Manga. I know who it's going to be already. So, but you got Kirinji, who's one of the strongest characters in the game. Perfect kit. He has what I would call a demigod kit with the best third strong attack in the game, plus Havoc. So, lunging first strong attack and a distant beam second strong attack, which his is 870 radius wide and then 3,000 radius long. Okay, so eclipses 3 full screens. All right. So if you line a strong attack up, you can legitimately map an entire room with his second strong attack alone. Bankai Yamamoto has one of the best kits in the game possible. He has the same strong attack that Tenjiro has as his second as Yamamoto's first, minus the 20% radius for Havoc. So Bankai Yamamoto, his first strong attack is 725 radius, his third is 800 radius, and excuse me, my bad. Bankai Yamamoto's first strong attack is 725 radius with 2500 back radius length, 800 radius second strong attack, and 1000 radius third strong attack with 2 immunities, which are freeze and burn, and the supernova. He gets that vortex around him with 140 mags after he pops the soul bomb. He has basically the best kit possible aside from having Havoc. If Yamamoto had Havoc, he would have the best kit possible. Then you have a character like Nemu, who has Havoc in that same demigod kit, a lunge first strong attack with the 725 beam second strong attack plus Havoc, so that makes it 875 radius wide and 3,000 radius long. That's Nemu's second strong attack. Now, when it comes to Nemu versus Toshiro, Toshiro has freeze with debilitator. He has 5 more radius on his first strong attack, because Toshiro has a 575 first and Nemu has a 570 first. So Tosh slightly has a better first strong attack. He has a better second strong attack as far as radiuses go. But Nemu has more radius on her third, and she hits 20% harder, and she heals fallen enemies, or fallen allies, once in the quest after she drops her soul bomb. So it's very, 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 and Nemu has an extra flash deck. So it's very, very close comparing Nemu to Toshiro, but since Nemu has a consistent 20% extra damage, I have Nemu first, even though Toshiro has a better second strong attack and freeze on everything. Oetu Nimaya, I think the only way to have to be better than like an Oetu or a Tokinata or a Grimjow is to have a perfect kit, and every character above Oetu has a perfect kit in one way or the other. Oetu is Flurry, Guard Break with the strong attack recharge link, lunging first strong attack, 475, has a 1000 radius second strong attack, and he has a 25 hit vortex that equates to 28 hits somehow. So his second strong attack is very elongated, so it really, really, really spreads that damage around, but it helps keep him safe, because he don't have DR and he don't have poise. So if he has that vortex, if enemies are constantly trapped in that vortex, he can auto very safely. And other than that, he's slicing through everything like butter with an insta-kill mechanic on his soul bomb as well. Then you have Senjumaru, who would be higher if her second strong attack wasn't a barrier move, and if she could proc last right on her second strong attack. She can't proc last right on her second, but she has an 875 beam first strong attack and a 1200 radius third strong attack, which is so crazy because Senjumaru has the exact same kit as Manga Byakuya. She has the same kit as Manga Byakuya, except obviously she has Frenzy. Yeah, so can you imagine Manga Byakuya with Frenzy and still have the shield mechanic and recharge instead of, full stun damage? But yeah, so he has the same kit as Senjumaru, except Senjumaru hits 40%. Senjumaru and Shinji are the only character that can have a soul bomb magnification anytime they proc the status ailment. That is insane. She gets an additional 40% damage anytime she procs Lacerate. And if she's going against Mind Around cards, she procs it with a 12% clip per strong attack, or per hit in a strong attack. So she has 6 hit in her first strong attack, 6 times 12 multiplicatively, and anytime they're afflicted by that Lacerate, she's doing 40% extra damage. She doesn't have as good a kit as any of the characters over her, but she can spike for more damage than any of them. So that's it. That's my best manga characters in order of tiers. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Was it accurate? How did I mess up in your opinion? Let me know, man. Prophet Nation, love y'all. Be tuned, because I got more coming. I'm out.